Christine and I are here live on Amazon. I'm D. Scott Smith. We are going to have fun talking about thriving in your empty nest. This is a comprehensive guide. Hey, it is an opportunity. When the children move out, you've got your opportunity to learn, to expand, to grow, and to thrive. And that's what we're all about. We are here to help you with tips, tricks, books, products, things that you need to know to be successful as you move into and thrive in your empty nest. Welcome to our Amazon Live show. Oh no. Oh no. You got to wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
What I'm wondering is, do I look like I'm practicing a staycation, or do I look like a scarecrow on somebody's porch? Not sure which one I look like, but I'm just practicing for a real vacation.
Yeah.
Hello.
And this is what I'm doing. I'm thinking, if we're going to be riding in the car together for a long time, this is something I have brought this with me, right?
There we go. Yes, you have. And it has rescued both of us because we don't just travel to travel. In fact, where we live right now, I would love to have a staycation here. We are having our staycation as empty nest individuals, as an empty nest couple. And so, but if we're going to see other people and we are going to be breathing near them, yeah, we need those. Did you have those actually in the carousel?
Yeah, they're actually in the carousel. Let me highlight it for a moment, just for those people who think. Now, I have the classic here, and these are the ones, right? I mean, you got to have these things, but these that I have in the carousel, I just thought were really cool. Strawberry fields, they look great.
Forever.
So there you go. Hey, Abby Ritchie says hi, and
hi,
yum.
Abby.
Yes,
and
strawberry
yum.
fields. Absolutely.
Oh boy, did I look like
my
a
gosh.
scarecrow on a porch, or did I look like someone who's practicing for my vacation, travel, going to see people we love?
And one of the things that is fun about vacations is the hotels and the swimming pools and the hot tubs. So much so that I bought one for you.
Yes.
In fact, I bought this this 2-person oval spa.
Yes.
One of the nice things about this one, and they don't really show this in the pictures, is that picture here where they show the pump on the outside is not true with this particular one. The pump is actually built into it. It is smooth on all sides, all 360 sides.
It's built right in. So the setup out of box to those firm blow up sides, like bouncy houses are very firm. This is it. You just glide in. I don't want to say you slip in, you might slip into a nice tub, but you just glide over this nice rounded edge. There's no scratchies. You don't need to build some sort of a device to get you into the water. It's just the right size. I have short legs, and it's just the right size. And when I slip in, or I should say glide in,
Mhm.
the world goes away.
This is one of those things that when you think about those inflatables, you think, oh, yeah, I'm going to put my hand on the edge and it's going to collapse and all the water is going to come out. But you're right. It's inflatable, but it is solid. But the
Yes,
bottom is
yes,
soft.
it does. It feels great. We had it on indoor outdoor carpeting, but this is
Mhm,
hundreds of gallons of water, and you think, oh, it's just going to compress and be really, but the bottom of it just feels soft. They give you a sheet to put under it,
mhm.
so nothing is
Plastic.
seeping up, kind of, yeah, plastic sheet to put under it, so that's provided. The air pump is the same one that does the legit bubbles, like our
Mhm.
daughter said, Mom, these bubbles are legit all the way around, everywhere. There isn't a sweet spot that isn't somewhere else. You want to make sure that you also order the filters. I don't know if you have
Mhm.
those in.
I didn't have room today for the
Yeah,
for
because
the
we have so
filters.
much.
It was either Tic Tacs or filters.
Right. After vacation, you have to come home. After vacation, you have to come home. Tic Tacs are
Mhm,
important for the drive home as well. And if you need to know about the filters, we'll try to get them in next Monday, the same time.
mhm. Yeah, absolutely. We are here every Monday, except when we're not at 4 p.m.
What do
Central
you
or
mean?
Pacific time. Which time of zone am I living in?
What
I
well,
am in the
where are
Pacific
we
zone.
traveling to?
And hey, it's
We're not
just
saying.
maybe dinner time, just after dinner time. For those of you on
Oh,
the East Coast, hey, Monday Night Football is coming on tonight. So hopefully you guys will be watching that as well. And in
oh
fact, on
yes.
Thursday night, this is an interesting thing, Christine, something I just found out. One of my favorite sportscasters of all times is Al Michaels.
Oh,
And he has been broadcasting Sunday Night Football forever with Chris Collinsworth. But he just signed a deal at the end of the Super Bowl. The two of them called the Super Bowl. But Al Michaels is going to be calling Thursday Night Football right here on Amazon. So,
what? Is
yep,
this
NFL
new? Is
football.
this new
Yep.
this year on Amazon? That is fantastic. Now, is Chris the one who had a really tough time?
Yeah,
His
last
voice
night
was really
he was
right.
very raspy.
Right. And
He
his
said he
buddy
felt
goes,
fine.
"My phone's blowing up." Everybody's like, "Is he okay? Shouldn't he be at home?" But he
Absolutely. Yep.
wasn't going to stop.
Mhm. The show must go on, and so our show is going on. I
Yeah.
I wanted to tell people one of the things that is important in empty nesting is that
Mhm.
you get something to do. You create some
Okay.
hobbies, maybe a side
Mhm.
business. You have some interest, and a couple of the things are books. And so I have written a couple of books, and I'm just going to throw that up on the screen right now so you can see. This is one of the books that I wrote, Relationships Grow Your Business. And I took information that I have been using for years and formatted it, put it into a book, and
Mhm.
was then able to publish that right here on Amazon. And I think people are they need to know it doesn't cost anything. You write the book, use a Word document, write your
Mhm.
book, open an account at KDP, that's Kindle Direct Publishing, kdp.amazon.com. You set up your account there, download the Kindle Create program, you import your book from your Word document, do some formatting, add a cover to it, and hit publish, and it's free. And we are heading out to a family reunion uh, later on. And, I was just thinking about all the stories that we'll get from the family. And we're actually taking a recorder. We'll talk about the recorder, the Zoom recorder that we're going to use, video recorder and
Yes.
audio. We'll talk about that in a moment, but we're going to be using that to capture stories and to be able then to maybe transcribe those, put them into book form, and make them available to all of our family members would be amazing. And in fact, you can offer books for free. You don't have to charge, but you can charge.
Exactly. And when you said books, empty nest, I was thinking books work four ways. You can write them because maybe you've always thought you had a book in you. You can read them because you have extra time when nobody
Mm-hmm.
needs you. you can you can read how to write a book.
Mm-hmm.
You can read, there might be five. You can read how to start your business in this third of your life, this
Mm-hmm.
this empty nester time, this oh my goodness, how did I get extra hours? They say there's only 24 per day, but I feel like I just gained several we did, as far as being in charge of so many different things like property and everything, and we moved into an apartment on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But people can read in your book how to start a business, how to be a business entrepreneur, and they can read in your other one of your other books how to write a book. So I guess
Mm-hmm.
there's like five. Oh, the fifth one is giving a gift, just an instant gift that you can send
Mm.
to someone. And Kindle, it doesn't even take up space. They don't even have to answer the door. There you go. There's your gift.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the book I wrote, Influence, Creation of Credibility. It teaches you how to publish a book, online course, and webinar in 12 weeks or less. And that's available there, as well as the very first book, Christine, that you wrote, which is
Yeah.
The Active Aging, Volume 1, Pre-Planning Your Emotional and Relational Future.
Right. Here's your moment where you're like, take a breath, a really long, deep, wow, what's next? Is it just sitting and thinking about your next meal? Or are there things that are there goals? Are there pursuits? Are there contributions that you've always thought, when I have the time, I'm going to make this. I want to tell people about, etc. And that's what I did to you. And you said that shouldn't just be in a little seminar in a little room somewhere. That should be out for other people to hear about,
Mm-hmm.
to read about, to know about, to use. So thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So here's the books that you've written, which
Mhm.
was the Active Aging Volume 1. And the second one that you've come out with is the Care Griever Kit, or just
Right.
Care
Just
Griever Kit.
Care Griever kit. Now, you want to take a peek at that before you think, well, that doesn't have to do with me. I'm not a caregiver or I'm not receiving assistance, but you'll want to take a peek at it because at our age, we start to notice that even our peers are having difficulties and we are starting to attend more funerals than we used to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a part of the reality of this age. So why be hit out of nowhere with this reality when you can really prepare yourself and prepare a physical kit? And I give you reasons why, and I give you the how. So you've got the why and the how, and I give you a list. People
Mm-hmm.
love lists. If they're like, I can't even think about this. There's the list. You can pop a few into a container of your choice. And that's where you're going to go because oftentimes either a diagnosis of a friend or a relative that's in your age category, or
Mm-hmm.
the sudden it's time to go to a memorial service can come out of nowhere, and you'll be like, "Wait a minute, I I've got something for this," and I'm the one that put it together. So don't pass that one by until you take a peek inside. I know that Amazon gives you an opportunity to peek ahead, right? You get to
Mm-hmm.
look in on a few pages.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things that I like about the Care Griever Kit, I will say this is something that I used recently. So as you say, as you remember folks, or you go through those, I call them waves of grief when certain things might trigger it.
Yes.
So my mother and I loved watching the movie The Sting. Remember when it came out? And so the other day I was just thinking about my mother, and so
Mhm.
I got out our copy of the movie The Sting
Yeah.
and watched that, and it was just a great. But I enjoyed the movie, but it was really remembering enjoying it with my mother. So these are
Mhm.
physical things that we can pull out of our kids and be able to share those times maybe with somebody, or like me, I was just by myself. You're off visiting your mother, and so I
Right.
was in the apartment by ourselves, and I just took that moment. Yeah.
And you're the only one who can put that together for yourself.
Mhm.
There's no way that I would have
Yeah.
guessed that that would just meet your need in that moment, and
Mhm.
it's a sweet time to be able to
Mhm.
go, "I am doing this with this memory, and, I'm I'm going through an experience. I'm not gonna hide from the emotion. I'm actually going to participate in it, and people
Mhm.
who are grieving, people who have grieved will let you know it doesn't just get all over with. Like you said, this
Right.
is years later. So,
Oh
good
my
job.
gosh, yeah.
Good job.
And so I also have, as we talk about books, I also have a podcast right here on Amazon. It's
Mhm.
available, and this is all about publishing your book. So if you're like Christine and you said, I've got these ideas, things that I know will help somebody, like
Right.
putting together the Care Griever Kit, things that help you when you have those waves of grief. I have a podcast. Episodes come out Monday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific time. Every Monday, there's a new 5 to 10 minute little inspiration, some tips, some things to help you get through and publish your book. And so I encourage people, write a book, start a podcast, plenty of hobbies. There are lots of things to do. And one of the things that I've got highlighted in the carousel
Mhm.
is, and speaking of hobbies, photography. Let me get the list up
Yes.
right there.
Mhm.
Photography. And one of the best digital single lens reflex, single, I thought it was going to be easier than saying
Single lens.
SLR. Single, yeah. Anyway, one of the best cameras out there for digital photography is the Nikon. Nikons get
Yes.
really, really good reviews, and
Yeah.
I have been using my Nikon for years. It
Mhm.
not only can you use it for your for photographs, but you can also use it for videos, and so you can take movies with these. So this could replace your camcorder, the old camcorder. Remember the camcorders when we had camcorders?
Great
Uh,
big.
so you can use really nice lenses, and that's the great thing about Nikon is that they do allow you to change the lenses out. You can add a flash. You can use the built-in flash. There's so many different controls that are available, and the screen on the back will have all of the information that you need right there on how to use it. I love the Nikon, and in fact, some of the videos that we've used here on the Amazon channel have been filmed using this very Nikon camera. We have that highlighted there in the carousel.
Yes, and with that camera, you've taken some pictures that
Mhm,
we had printed out and had up on our walls. Just a beautiful photograph that just turned out so nice. The
mhm,
dewdrops on the tulip were
mhm,
just right, and you used a particular lens or a particular setting that
mhm,
just made it look unreal. It looked like art as opposed to a very clear photograph in that
mhm.
situation, and that's the one you kept coming back to, so we had it printed out and put up on the wall.
That's what I highly recommend, using a good digital single lens reflex camera when you're getting ready to do some traveling. So
Yeah, and you look
and
professional while you're using it too.
yes, exactly. So another thing,
But
and I brought this up before, is we're going to be traveling. We're going to be staying in hotels. we'll be on the road. Sometimes it'll be dark. If you are out and about, make sure to bring your flashlight. Let me highlight that in the carousel. This little Nebo flashlight, this is a 2K, 2000 lumens. The charger is on the bottom. It's actually a USB charger. It plugs in the little magnet. It just sticks right there. And in fact, this is in itself magnetic. And so it'll stick to things like my microphone stand here. So no battery. It's built in. It's rechargeable. You can see the little wrist thing standing on here. Single button. If you just push it, it comes on. It is really bright. And then it gets brighter with a couple of different settings until it goes off. If you push and hold it, it goes right into this 2000. No, it goes right. If you push and hold it, it goes into the low power mode. Then when it's on, if you push and hold it, it goes into the ultra bright 2000K lumens. And then if you double click it, it goes into a strobe mode, which is great if you're in some sort of an emergency situation. So
Sure.
the Nebo
I mean, just
2K Torchy.
just your car on the side of a road in an area you're completely unfamiliar with, and to have something like that going off could catch the attention of one of our wonderful uniformed officers who could possibly help us out with whatever is going on. So
Yep.
yeah, that would be attention getting, flashing inside or flashing it outside or
You can
something.
see it. This one has the belt clip, so or belt little I don't know, pocket clip, I guess. You put it in your pocket. You can put it on your belt. You can put it on your purse. These are just handy things. The other thing that you have on your keychain, and I have because this also has a little belt clip on it or pocket clip, and this is pepper spray. So if you're out and about, and I think you've told the story, it was actually Super Bowl Sunday a couple of years ago, that you were out for a walk, didn't at the time have pepper spray.
Nope. And a dog came charging out of a situation, I will say, and I had nothing but my screen. And so I wasn't able to defend myself. And I wish that I'd had that ready to at least give myself a moment to think where I could escape or which house I wanted to run to for help or something. So that would have given me a few moments to gather my thoughts, because that was completely unexpected. But also having it with you and walking confidently is part of being safe. And so just having it with me and swinging my arms, but knowing that in a moment's notice, I can be a great discouragement would be very confidence building.
Yeah. This is one of those things I definitely recommend. So my wife, my daughter, they have them, and I make sure they've got them, and get a couple of them. Put one in your car, put one in your purse, keep it in your pocket, wherever. Just keep it available. It's just one of those great things. It's a very low cost insurance. Confidence building, as you said. I just, I genuinely appreciate having that. Another thing for traveling, and that is going to be my Halo AC/DC Bolt battery charger. This thing, it's big. It actually has a 110 outlet on it, but this is designed it's just a battery, but you can actually hook up jumper cables to this. You can jumpstart your car. Now, we'll be using a rental car, so I might call Enterprise if something happens, but if I left the lights on and the battery's dead and I have this with me, I can just get it done, not wait for anybody. Also, the USB ports on there. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just agreeing with you that circumstances happen. Emergencies happen, inconveniences happen when it is inconvenient. And it is sometimes inconvenient to wait for the service that you've already paid for, that you already are expecting. It would be just better to get to the next destination, or at least farther down the road, so that then
Hmm.
in a better spot, maybe you can ask for assistance. So I like that. I like it that our neighbor purchased one for both of our kids when they
Hmm.
each graduated from high school. Very generous gift, really
Yeah.
caring about their safety. So they're both taking care of it as well.
Yeah, it's exactly right. You know, it's our kids use this mainly for charging their phones
Yeah.
and other devices, but that's what we're going to do as well. So
Right.
I don't have to worry about uh, do we have the right outlet in the car to be able to plug in to charge the phone. We could charge this up and we could go for our entire travel time and probably not have to recharge it, but be able to keep our phones topped off, which is a safety item, right? We rely so much on our phones.
And not just safety, but it's a
Mhm.
vacation. And you
Yeah.
wanna be able to record moments and
Mm.
be able to let somebody know, "Hey, we're getting closer. We'll see you in an hour and a half." And
Hmm.
not look and go, "Oh, no. I took so many videos of those amazing wild
Mm.
animals that were crossing the road or skittering up and down trees or whatever, and now I can't even let our friends or family know that we're on the way."
Oh my gosh.
It's happened
Yep.
to everyone. It's like, "Do you have your phone?" "No, I I forgot it." He's like, "Do you have yours?" "Yeah." "Oh, golly." Ah,
Oh my gosh. Yep. So, we've talked about we got lights and batteries and pepper spray and all these different kinds of things for traveling. I have a fun one.
yeah.
Yep.
You must oh, that is a fun one.
Let me get rid of the little there we go. Yes. Uh, a ukulele. I tell you what, ukuleles are very easy to play. There's four strings. If you get a digital tuner, and I didn't have room to put in a digital tuner, you clip it on, and then you can be in tune. So you don't have to have like a perfect pitch to be able to tune it because it's only four strings. It's really easy to play. And you tell me if you can hear this. Can you hear
Beautiful.
that? Okay,
The
yeah.
resonance is really pleasant.
So
He was strumming songs before we started this. So, we we started a few moments late because I was, getting into costume, and he was, "Yeah, here comes the sun. Woo-hoo." We've had a bit of smoke here from wildfires, and I am so happy to say that our sun is sun-colored again instead
that's
of
right. Yeah.
our moon. Our moon is moon-colored again.
Mm. So I can recommend. So the nice thing is about this is you can put it in the case. It'll fit like in the back window of your car. So it's not going to take up space. When you get out, you can just play some songs.
He really has fun. He's got a lot of guitars, 1 banjo, bass. He has 2 basses that I can think of right now, and we've had little kid little kid ukuleles or uku ukulele, but we've had little kid ones, but this is the real thing. This is
Mhm.
legit
Yeah.
ukulele.
So these particular, I've got it highlighted. This Luna, they call this the tattoo model because it's kind of got this tribal tattoo on the front. It's actually like burned into the wood. You can feel that. It just
Mhm.
looks cool. They sound great, inexpensive. So maybe you've got a child or a grandchild. Maybe it's your inner grandchild. and you're just saying, I would love to learn how to play guitar, but boy, that's going to be complicated, and they're kind of more expensive, and they're big, and
More
um,
strings. You have to have more fingers. Some of
yeah,
them.
I would say get a ukulele and start playing. You can play. There's nothing that stops you from playing guitar just because you have a ukulele.
That's right.
It's a way to get started. So I encourage you,
Mm.
find a ukulele. Oh, look at you.
You know what else you could have put into, and I'm throwing this out there because these shoppers are
Mhm.
they're thinking about the ukulele and they're just like, "You know what I need is a hammock that I can just pop up between 2 trees." And I know, I mean, we've had hammocks, and I know
Mhm.
you've brought hammocks on retreats, or
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
on vacations, or just a day at the beach where there was a pier and you just strung it up between the piers because you wanted to stay in the shade. So I
We're
know
gonna do it.
it's
Yeah,
not it's
we
not
have got so much more. We'll do one. I've got the hammock, little inflatable pillow. So we'll add those. If we had more room on our carousel today, I would have added the
there's
hammock
so
in
much.
there.
Yeah,
There
there's
is
so
so much
much.
stuff. There's always so
Yeah.
much stuff.
So you and I have to take tech along.
Mhm.
Maybe what I should say is we pick and choose what tech we would like to have with us
Mhm.
because we want to continue to do what it is we do. My joke
Yep.
is that we have retired, we just have hobbies that pay and
Mhm.
hobbies that we enjoy, and we do them at specific times, like Mondays in the evening, like we're doing right now. So we're taking along tech, and we're trying to decide how many things, like I have this boom arm, and do I really want to pack that in and out of different places, or is there another place that I can put a microphone? We've decided we want to still use the tech that works best for us, that we feel best about the presentation. So
Mhm.
what are you highlighting next?
Yeah, so right now I've got the iPad. So one of the reasons why I got the iPad Pro in this very one right here is because it is a near laptop replacement.
Wow.
So in the carousel, not only do I have the iPad, but I also have the Logitech keyboard. And let me just put that here for a second. So with this keyboard, it's got a little tray right here that the iPad will fit in, but I can also put my phone. I could actually put my phone next to the iPad in here. This has a little analog switch, so I can switch between devices 1, 2, and 3. So this could be an extra keyboard for my iPad, for my phone, and it's much easier to type messages on a keyboard than on the screen. Or I could tie this into my laptop and be able to use this as a portable keyboard for that. So this particular Logitech keyboard has been traveling with us, and it's going to travel with us um, because we have to have the right tech. The iPad is actually what we use to control the stream here for Amazon. When we do live
Mhm.
streams, I'll use StreamYard, and I will actually be able to control, that is, produce my wife's weekly program from
Right.
the iPad. So she can be on her computer with the Logitech camera. We don't have room for all these things, but the C920 is definitely the one that we use. But the iPad Pro, not only will it use the not only will it use the external keyboard, the Bluetooth keyboard, I also recommend that you use the actual pencil, the Amazon or the Apple Pencil, uh, which is kind of a funny thing to see on screen because you're not going to see hardly anything, but we'll put it up anyway. The Apple Pencil, it works really good. So I can actually take like handwritten notes. I use the app Evernote, And so that transfers from the iPad to my computer to my phone. It's all right there. But I can write on the screen using this pencil on the iPad Pro screen using a program uh, that translates it directly into my Evernote, and that screen, the program that I use to write with, is called Pen Ultimate. Pen, like PEN, Pen Ultimate, and I just take notes. It translates it, puts it right into my Evernote. I can get on my phone, I get on the desktop, I can get on the iPad. So the iPad has been a fabulous tool for me for traveling, because it's thin, it's light, the battery lasts a long time. It's got a good camera on it. And so I've used it for all kinds of video meetings, for the Zoom meetings, for broadcasts, all kinds of things right there in your iPad with the Logitech keyboard and the Apple Pencil. So those are a couple of things that I definitely recommend you have if you're going to be traveling and keeping up with your hobby that pays.
I want you to review those one more time, because I feel like I am finally starting to soak in why it is that you have all those things. So, two things to know about my husband. One, he actually knows how to juggle. And you can imagine, as he's trying to juggle all these things, and is he talking about Amazon, Apple, is it Lodge of this, is it, pen of that, he's just juggling all these things in his mind, and he gets really excited about all the things that he can do. And I think that his mouth doesn't go as fast as his brain. That might be true for everyone. And so his brain, he's just going back and forth. But I'm telling you that he brings that iPad down the hallway. So it's not just traveling like
Mm-hmm.
out of the area. This is traveling down the hallway, rather than me always having to swing in to the office for us to collaborate on things. And the other thing
Yep.
to know about him is that he is a southpaw.
Mm-hmm.
So here he is writing with that pen across the screen, and I've seen him do it many times. And we write left to right. So that means that his hand is dragging across and it's still working for him. So
Not causing a problem. Yep.
left-handers, it works.
Okay.
Okay. So what are those
So let
items?
me sum it up. The iPad Pro uses the Bluetooth keyboard, which you can get right on Amazon. This Logitech keyboard, this is the one that I use. It's got that little green spot there, is a tray that you can put your iPad into. Your phone will fit right next to it. Then you can use this little switch to go from device 1, 2 to 3. So from your iPad to your phone to your laptop using this one. Use the Apple Pencil
Mhm.
and use the app called Penultimate. Penultimate lets you take notes by writing in, and it doesn't do taking your writing and turning it into typed text. It keeps your handwriting. So all the notes, the circles, the arrows, the underlines, you can highlight, you can do different colors. So in Penultimate, then it saves that note, puts it right into my Evernote app, which I can then get on my iPad, on my laptop, on my phone. So all the notes that I took are right there at my fingertips, from my fingertips to my fingertips. How's that?
Everything just meshes
Oh,
together,
yes.
and
I
you're
want to
not
say,
having to redo.
Travel Diva 2 says hello, and she also uses an iPad Pro. So Travel Diva 2, you know what I'm talking about. It's the other thing that you can do is you can actually use a mouse, a Bluetooth mouse on your laptop. So you're not always, or on your iPad Pro, so you're not always using your finger to move about. So that's a very cool thing. I have a Logitech travel mouse that I use that's also rechargeable, so no batteries in it. These are all great tools to keep you connected and productive when you're on the road.
Exactly. I mean, we have lives, And
Mhm.
how much fun is it to know that as you're traveling home, we were talking about the Tic Tacs, we still need breath mints for the ride home, and to know that you're headed home to a pile of stuff that you just a pile, a pile, a virtual pile, a digital pile of things
Mhm.
to get back to. You're behind. You should have gotten that 2 days ago or whatever. And here you are keeping up on everything and also being creative and maybe expanding on your hobbies. It's
Mhm.
all good.
So I'm going to jump ahead in the carousel. So those of you who are following along at home, I'm jumping ahead in the carousel because I want to show you another part of equipment that we've got specifically for traveling.
I should have
That
put these
is,
on when you were flashing the
yeah.
flashlight
Oh,
for
I should
safety.
have, yeah. So this is a watertight travel case. It is designed to carry equipment like your cameras, microphones, other sensitive equipment, anything that you want to be protected. It's actually got a waterproof seal here inside. And then there's a little vent. And so if you're flying, air pressure changes. This thing is sealed tight. So then you can open this up to equalize the pressure. Then you want to close it to keep moisture out. Um, it's got little holes where you can put a padlock on both sides so you can keep things secure. And then when you open it up, you can see inside what we've got. Let me just maximize this here for you for a moment.
So it is waterproof in case you drop it into the pool,
Mhm.
because you might be recording poolside. Who wouldn't want to?
Yeah.
And there's also a pressure equalizer for if you're going up to the Mile High City.
Mhm.
And oh my gracious.
So you can see what I've done is we have a pair of microphones and we have our Zoom unit in here and cables. So everything that we need to broadcast on the road
Wow.
is right there in that case. And so this is one of the things that I wanted to have something to protect the equipment. And so that takes us into this other item that we have, and I'm going to highlight that, which is this new for us. And actually, this is fairly new on the market. I believe it actually came out in 2022. The
Wow.
Zoom Q8N 4K. The 4K is because there's a 4K camera on here. So you could say, oh, it's just a camcorder. Well, maybe. Zoom is really known for its audio. So here we have a built-in stereo mic. This is a broadcast quality. So if you were recording a concert or conversations, you could broadcast this and be just fine with that. The thing I really like about this is it has two
Mhm.
inputs. So you can put in your microphones, you can use your um, handheld microphones like the
Mhm.
one that Christine has, which is also
Mhm.
highlighted in the carousel. That's the Samson Technologies Q2U, which is both a USB and XLR microphone. So she's got it plugged in using the USB cable right into her computer, and it's plug and play. She plugged it in, she turned the switch on, and it works perfect with her computer. We can also take that and use an XLR cable and plug it into here. So she'll be able to use her microphone on a handheld, and the audio in this is amazing. So we'll get two separate audio channels, plus we can get 4K video. So we are headed to a family reunion, and we're going to be using this camera and audio. We'll use two handheld microphones, and we'll take my uncle and my three aunts, put them on chairs. I'll put this on a tripod. We'll put it into 4K mode, and we are going to record some family history right there.
Just to capture those voices. just even to hear them go,
Mhm.
I don't know what to talk about. Maybe waiting until they're already
Mhm.
reminiscing and then introducing that you just want them to tell you more and just letting them go and not worry about, because what is it, quadraphonic or something? It goes 4 ways, it goes 2 ways.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you can
I've used it
do
many
mono,
times.
stereo, or quadraphonic. It's the and let me put it up on the screen because it really is an amazing
Yeah.
recorder.
It used
Um,
one of those little CD, what are they called?
yeah,
Those things I
a
use.
micro uses a micro uh, chip, which I have one right here. So it looks like this is the holder, and then inside it is the little microchip.
Yeah,
So
those
let's put
those
that on the
those
screen here.
SD SD
SD cards.
SD
Yeah.
card. Thank you.
hmm Yeah.
I'm the analog. I'm the
This is just
analog lady.
fabulous. Yeah. So this is the one that I've got, and you can see you can control the volume independently, the input for each microphone. Right below that, there's that little green mark. You can see that's where you plug in your headphones, so you can hear what's going on. You can. It's so easy to change the setup on this. Uh, the 4K camera is great. We are really looking at this for audio, not really as much as a video recorder. And honestly, the reviews for the camera lens itself probably aren't that great. So if you are looking at if you're a true videographer and this is what you do, this is probably not the camera for you. But if you're like us, you're video podcasters, you want to be remote, you need to capture some good footage, but what you really want to make sure is that you've got great audio, because when you're broadcasting live
Yep.
or you're sharing video out, people will tune out very quickly if they have bad audio, and they'll put up with bad video for longer. But this is still, it's great. It's 4K video, and you can shoot in 720, 1080, or 4K. You get to choose. I'm excited to take it to the family and capture those stories.
Exactly. And that the word capture keeps coming to mind.
hmm
You're not going there to create a major motion picture, with all the, put everyone on the spot and make them feel uncomfortable. It's so small.
hmm
It's just a little thing. It's not overwhelming for a regular situation that's not professional actors and people
hmm
who are trying to put on a particular, it's just being with your family, and it's so small and so compact. And if you don't have time to plug in everything, it does it all right there.
That's right. And then you want to have good microphones. So we've got highlighted in there the Shure 58 XLR. Again, these come with you would need the cables. So I've got that highlighted there as well, because you want a good handheld microphone, dynamic microphones. So without all the details, dynamic microphones you need to be up close to them. They're not going to pick up a lot of extra noise. The
Yeah.
Samson is a dynamic mic. These Shure microphones are dynamic mics, condenser
Mhm.
mics. They're going to be very sensitive. You don't have to be right up on them,
Okay.
but they will pick up a lot of extra noise. So when we're recording family, we're going to be at the hotel. There's going to be things going on. I want to be able to hear my uncle and my aunties. And so we're
Mhm.
going to use those handheld uh, dynamic microphones and plug those directly in. Uh, we're going to be traveling in the car for quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
So I got Tic Tacs. Remember, Tic Tacs are in the carousel.
Okay, so are they going to send you one Tic Tac? What in the carousel? Which I don't have my other glasses on. No, I can't
You're
see
going to
the
get
carousel.
a lifetime supply. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good, good.
But we're going to
One
be in the
little Tic
car,
Tac
and you
box.
have something there with you that is been an important part of traveling for us. Yes, the little neck pillow.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh. Wrong
neck
one. That's
pillow.
okay. The other one's
It's
coming
going to
up
come
because
up.
I was
Yeah.
thinking we've used both for
So show it in the
travel.
case. Show how the
Okay.
case is.
There we
before you
go.
open
It's
it up.
kind of like an unboxing, and I already unzipped it. And so this is, how would you say that?
Cabot.
Cabot. I
Yeah.
think so. You're inside the cab of the car, the truck.
So
Yep, it's tucked in there. It's this big, small hands. It's this big, which is different than the ones that are always neck shaped, I guess you'd say.
mhm.
Hey, I
I
didn't
got
even
this one
practice
because
this ahead of time.
this is really helpful when you're on the airplane, because before
Mm.
you get on the plane, you don't have to have this big thing that you're carrying around with you. This folds up, compresses down inside its own travel bag, and then when you take it out, it's like memory foam is what it is.
Oh, okay. So you're just squeezing the air out of the individual teeny tiny pockets.
You may have to take off your sun hat.
You know what? I'm gonna look a little windblown, I think, when this comes off, but I'm ready for it to be off anyway. There we go. All righty. So now I've got these. I'm gonna turn it maybe this way.
Mhm.
All righty.
Yep.
Take the ponytail out.
Yep.
Oh, it
And then
it holds me up. It
Mhm.
holds me up on the sides. I like that because
Mhm.
look at that. It
And
really
you can actually
works.
clip it together in the front. So if you're kind of a forward head sleeper, you can clip it so that your head won't
That's
fall out
awesome.
of it.
That's awesome.
And so it's but it's like memory foam, and it's very
Mm.
comfortable. I know my son has used that one. I've used it when we're driving. My wife will be using it when she's not driving, when I'm driving. I won't be using it when I'm driving.
And I will be driving. We've been mapping things out ahead of
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
So
Cabot. That is neck pillow. If you're traveling, you want to have these in your car. I keep it in my luggage. And in fact, that's the next item on the list is the IT luggage. You have the
I'm ready
hard
for that
side.
too.
You have the hard side luggage.
I take my luggage for a 1-hour drive if I think I might be staying overnight with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Because rolling, it's the kind that just rolls any direction. You don't have to, the wheels aren't static in one direction. So I've got it right next to me. I'm going to bring this up careful as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's the all different direction wheels, and it has expandable sides.
Mm-hmm. A little
and
lower. We can't see
a
it.
little lower. Oh, you can't see it. Okay.
Yeah,
There we
there
go.
we go.
And inside there's the one side that has just the elastic clip so that when you open it up, it doesn't go flump. And then the other side is the zip, and it totally contains everything on that side.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the expanding because it opens several more inches. And everyone knows that when you go on vacation, somehow you come back with more.
Yeah, you got to get souvenirs, right? All those T-shirts that said, "My parents kicked me out of the house, became empty nesters, went on this fabulous vacation, and all I got was this silly T-shirt."
Yes, we give them
So we're
all
bringing back silly T-shirts.
we give them all of our souvenirs because
Mhm.
we're living light, we're downsizing.
Downsize.
But I know my husband will be able to tell which movie and who said it and possibly finish this. Do you know what the 3 most beautiful sounds in the world are? Anchor chains, train whistles, and
I forget, but I know the movie.
it might be airplane motors. Airplane
Probably
motors
airplane
starting
motors,
it.
yeah.
Something like that. Which movie was it?
That was It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes, and it is a wonderful life, especially when you get to go and see people that you have not seen for a long time.
That's
And
right. And
so I'm
George
gonna
was
add
looking
one more.
for a big suitcase.
A
He
big
wants
suitcase.
stickers
That's
from
what I was
London and
thinking
Egypt
about. So I'm bringing this back out because this is the IT luggage, and it's hard side, but it's kind of got some flex to it. There's no scratches on this. I've been using this for years. There's no scratches on it. Nothing has broken off of it. It's got the handle up there that people are used to, that go up and down, and it'll stop in one position and come back in. It just moves so nicely. But it's just that I think the flexibility helps it not get schmucked up so much. But here's the fourth most beautiful sound in the world, and that is two zippers opening at the same time because you're about to fill your suitcase for the trip.
There we go.
Isn't that the silliest thing? But that's what I'm thinking. It's been a long time since we have been on a trip. It's just us. We're not. See, it expands. There we go. It's oh my goodness.
So we'll be filling that up, loading it into the rental car. Yep, we're going to fill that up, load it into the rental car, and take off. And one of the things that I like, we talked about good sound, right? Having good sound.
100%.
And here we go. Let's listen to this. Let's see.
Battery 100%. Connected to DSCOTTSMITH, MBA, and Scottsdale.
That's you. That's you, MBA. You know what? I think you got muted.
Nope. Did I?
Now I can hear you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, may have been this took over. Because
sure.
it was connected to my computer. I'm going to turn it off. This is the Bose SoundLink. It's kind of heavy actually, but the thing I like about this one, because there's a lot of Bluetooth speakers out there. You can plug, you plug it in to charge a USB. There's actually an aux cable, so you could plug directly in and use this as well. But primarily, this is a Bose Bluetooth speaker. Bose is known for great sound production, not reduction, production.
Oh, yes.
Especially bass. And a little speaker like this actually has a tremendous amount of bass. And so the thing I like about this one is that it actually is the same size as a mug. So you can actually take that mug. This will fit in the cup holder in your car. And it's got a microphone in it. So you can use it for hands-free phone calls.
Oh,
So
wow.
you can actually hear, not just out of the little speaker on your phone, if you're on speakerphone, but you can use this.
Okay,
so let's
women,
say
you know, ladies, that it's on speakerphone, but there's road noise, there's car noise, the air conditioner's on, and you are trying desperately to get that speaker close enough to your ear, and you have somebody that you're talking to who has difficulty hearing when there's other stuff going on. You've got that up close, you're trying to yell even though it's on speakerphone. And so this one is going to take care of you being able to hear what they are saying, even though the air conditioning and everything else is going.
So controls are easy. You turn it on, you've got volume, and you can change which device you're connected to. It's very easy to connect. Sounds great, has a speaker. So sometimes I have used this for the speakerphone actually in my office. It's because I don't want to be holding the phone up to my ear, or it's on speakerphone. I use that. The microphone is good. The speaker is great. And so my hands-free calls are much better because I'm using the Bose SoundLink. I can highly recommend any Bose products, but particularly this SoundLink fits in the cup holder and actually has the little attachment here. So later on, we've got a tripod. You can actually put this on a tripod. And so let's say when we're at the family reunion, we wanted to put on a playlist, put on your Spotify playlist, put that thing in the center. You don't have to worry about finding a table, put it safe, put it on a tripod, fill the room with sound, and have great background music with your own family's playlists. So I am a huge fan of the Bose products in general, and also to join my wife,
Mhm.
Ray-Bans. I'm a Ray-Bans fan for years. You used to have the Wayfarers
True.
many years ago. They were very cool. I'm a big fan. Polarized lenses. You're going on vacation. You're going to go in the sun. Protect your eyes and get good polarized glasses.
See better when you're
Ray-Bans.
driving.
Ray-Bans are solid. They're not like the cheap ones that you're going to get at the drugstore on the checkout stand that everyone else has been wearing around the store. Just go right here, buy a set of Ray-Bans fresh on your face, never on
There you
anyone else's
go.
face. So I'm a Ray-Bans fan for a long time.
Hey, what if you purchase something on Amazon and you're about to purchase it and you're just like, oh, what if it just doesn't work for me?
Mm-hmm. I love the return policy. You know, you
Yes.
don't even have to rebox it. Just make sure you know you follow the dates, follow the process. You get the
Mhm.
code, just take it down to the local station. They'll tell you where to drop it off. You don't have to box it up. You don't have to package it. You don't have to put postage on it. You just give it back. Follow the return policy, and it
Mhm.
works great. So if you get something and it's not quite the right thing, I bought a different streaming camera, and I tried it. Didn't work like I hoped it would. So I went
Right.
back to my Logitech C920 and I just followed the process, got my code, took it back, didn't even box it, just handed it to them. They said, "Thank you. We'll take care of this." And I was
Yeah.
off.
Where did you take it to send it back?
I just used a UPS store. Yeah.
Oh, a UPS store. Okay. I
Mhm.
was wondering, I can't imagine going into the post office and just going, I don't want it. I want to send this one back and try a different one. So
Mhm.
the UPS store, and they take care, and
Yeah.
you're set. You're okay. You can push purchase or
Yeah.
whatever whatever your button says. You can push that, knowing that you can send it back.
Mhm. So if those Ray-Bans aren't the right size, like the style, something, send it back.
Sure.
We're traveling. I am a coffee person. My wife is not a coffee person, so I make one cup at a time. When we travel, I don't want to be drinking the hotel coffee because it's not that great.
Yeah, he's not
I
putting
like
down hotels.
good coffee.
He is telling you that he is a coffee snob. He's already
Yeah.
decided it's not going to be as good.
Yeah. And so I bring my own coffee and I use one of these little pour over filters. And so we have that highlighted in the carousel, as well as the Chemex machine, which is a great machine. Call it a machine, but it's really just it's glass, and you just put the filter in the top. And then we've got filters as well in the carousel. And Seattle's Best Coffee. I drink Seattle's Best Coffee every morning. It's great. There's a lot of different blends. I prefer dark roasts. So you can see that in the carousel as well. But filters and a travel filter, a travel setup, right? So I've got the coffee. I've got the little filter holder. I've got the grounds. Everything's ready to go. I make a coffee, and then I don't complain, and it makes my wife's life better.
There we go. He's happy, tends to be an earlier riser, and he's looking for coffee and he's looking for something to drink it out of. And so he takes care of him. He only needs one cup. There you go.
Mhm. This is something that we've both been using quite a bit, and that is these are earbuds.
Oh, yes.
So, and we don't have listed in here, but we use an extension cable, and so we take our earbuds and put it behind our back, so they go from earbuds to in-ear monitors. Which, doesn't that sound cool? They use in-ear monitors.
Because we tend to hide the wires so that it's not distracting. And plus I use my hands to talk. And so I'm just going to get tangled anyway.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So yes, he gave me this because I move around so much. I'm grabbing stuff and everything. So
Mhm.
I needed a little extra extension, but yeah,
Yeah.
these are great.
Yep, yep. So I can highly recommend these. We actually use these at church for as our in-ear monitors there and plug into the system. And so I purchased
Because
these
he
for
plays
folks
music.
there because yeah, we use those. Uh, and then also now this is on a microphone that we don't have in the carousel, but I'm just going to show you this right here. So we have this really cool Elvis microphone, the Pile microphone. I can recommend that. They sound good, but it's on this little folding tripod and fold the legs out. This is a tabletop stand for your microphone. So now when we're traveling, we will put Christine's microphone on one of these
Mhm.
on this stand and with a little holder. So then she'll be able to talk hands free while we're traveling.
Tie my hands and
So
I
you have to have the right tools when you're on the road. You've got to have the right tools. Oh, and I just want to say hi to Xiaolu for and thank you for following, and
thanks, Chalu.
Travel Diva 2 for the follow. I sure appreciate that.
Yep, and Abby Ritchie.
And Abby Ritchie has been chatting, so we really appreciate that.
Appreciate
And I just wanted to say that when you travel, you've got to have the right setup. So so in the carousel, we've looked at like the Apache box. It's a foam box. It's designed to protect your equipment. It's got customizable foam inserts. You can arrange it to fit the different equipment, cameras, microphones, whatever it is that you have that you want to keep safe. It locks. You can put locks on it. It's watertight. And so in there, we've got our Zoom camera. We've got the Shure microphones, cables. Everything's ready to go. You've got the tabletop microphone, the Samsung that Christine's going to be using, and you've got to have charging cables. I've just highlighted that in the carousel. Charging blocks, extra cables, because sure enough, those cables go bad over time and you're going to be needing to charge your phone up. And whether you've got a battery like the Halo that we showed earlier, or you're plugging into the wall, if that cable's bad, you're going to be disappointed. Keep an extra. Be a Boy Scout. Be prepared.
that halo. It also has a light, right?
Oh yeah, yep, absolutely. Yeah, it's got a nice
So here
little
it's
light.
all charged up, charging other things up, and it is ready at a moment's notice because you're trying to find something and things happen. Maybe the light bulb in the trunk just isn't working and you've arrived late. Everybody raise your hand. If you have ever taken a flight, you were supposed to arrive at 5 o'clock in the evening. You were going to be there for dinner and you got a layover that was supposed to be hour and 15 minutes, turned into 7 hours. You arrived in a rainstorm at night, didn't even know where the dome light was, a rain deluge, driving around, trying to have something that, if I turn this light on, it's not my phone. I am not using up phone battery to find things and to see what's going on. You have light that you can rely on for quite a while to help you out in situations where you thought, I've got the best travel plans. Yeah, those change.
Yes,
Be
absolutely.
prepared.
So the other thing I've got highlighted in the carousel, we talked about wired earbuds. I'm also a fan of wireless earbuds, Bluetooth earbuds. So Sony, another brand that I trust. So these, we've got these, the WF-1000s, whatever. But they're like most of these earbuds. They come with a case that charges them, and these are noise canceling. They also have ambient noise, which means there's a little or ambient sound. So there's a little microphone on the outside, so you can actually use these with your phone as a for phone calls and so forth, and you can talk using them. But what it does is it will pick up outside sounds and put them into your ears. So if you're a jogger or a hiker and you're out with your earbuds on, playing music, listening to podcasts, maybe listening to my podcast or Christine's podcast,
Which is on Amazon.
and you you don't want to get hit by the beer truck as you're crossing the street because you didn't hear it. You'll be
Or
able
the
to hear
bicycle, the cyclist
bicycles.
behind you saying,
Excuse me,
on your left,
someone on the right,
on your
on the
left.
left.
Yeah. You want to hear
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. So little earbuds like this, little wireless earbuds, and then you put them back in the case. They charge up. This is another thing that I always keep in the backpack with me when we travel because I think that it's really important. Also, some people are uncomfortable having things stick inside their ears. So
Oh.
we've got a few things that are on special right now here on Amazon.
Yep.
And one of them is the Purely Sound E7 Bluetooth over the ear headphones. And so I've got those
Okay.
highlighted in the carousel. You might, if you're one of those folks that doesn't really like having something in your ear, you prefer the over ear, then these are on special right now. So these noise canceling Bluetooth headphones, as you can see, a great price for over ear headphones. I would recommend that you check those out if having something inside your head is not your cup of tea. Maybe you prefer something
Whoa.
over the ear.
I was just thinking that if you're in a noisy environment and you're just trying to listen, maybe you've done some recording, you want to listen to it again, those are going to be great. It also kind of sends a message to people around you. It's like, wow, this person's serious. They, if you've got them
Mhm.
hidden here, it may not occur to them that they, I don't know, maybe it would help people to be a little more aware of, there's other people in here. Maybe I don't need to be as loud. I don't know. There's
Mhm.
probably some people it wouldn't make any difference at all.
Doesn't matter. You can see on my lamp behind me is
Yeah.
my Panama hat. You've got your Great Sun hat. This is another item that's on special right now. I can
Yay.
highly recommend getting a straw hat, something that breathes, keeps the sun off of you. I actually prefer a hat to sunscreen. I'm not a big sunscreen guy. Look at that. UPF, whatever that is, 50. That's better than anything I could put on my nose. So get a hat.
SPF.
Save
It should be
yourself.
SPF. Maybe it's ultraviolet something.
Ultraviolet protection formula. Plus 50.
Ultraviolet protection formula.
Yeah, good stuff.
Gotcha.
So get yourself a sun hat. It could be orange, could be white. Get yourself a hat.
You know what I just realized? On the
Mhm.
back of this, we were showing the cabot. And
Mhm.
when you're not the driver and you've got this great neck, it kind of helps you to relax in the car. I just realized that it's got some attachments in the back, and I've never had one that has this. You just, like, how do you keep it in place? Maybe you're getting in and out of the car and then it's just there and ready because you've been able to attach it, or on an airplane,
Mhm.
or I don't know, maybe in that hammock, because
Mm.
it's cushy. It's
Yeah.
cushy in the back, it's cushy on your neck, and it holds your face in place. And you said it even attaches in the front, clips in the front in case you're a nodder. So
Mhm.
yeah, you can be snug.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me take an eye on this. Let me see where we're at here.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, there you are. I see you.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
We're going to be
get
going
it.
through some scenic areas,
Yes.
places that we haven't been before, and we'll be taking pictures. But having binoculars is a fabulous thing to keep in your backpack for when you are traveling.
There
You
we
want
go.
to be able to, you want to be able to see the birds or the mountains or the rivers or whatever. I'm a big airplane guy, so I'm going to be checking out those airplanes as they fly by.
They work. They
Mhm.
work. Well, I already knew that
Absolutely.
because we've used them a lot of times.
Sporting events, but I keep it in my
Yes.
backpack. I mentioned that I keep things like the wireless earbuds in my backpack, in my bag, ready to go. Just things that you want to have. I also have highlighted in the carousel. Let's talk about this for a moment. TSA approved locks. These are something that you want to have. You want to be able to lock your stuff up, like your suitcase,
Wow.
because that IT luggage suitcase and it's hard sided zipper. So those two zippers will come together and you can put a lock on there, and that keeps people from messing with your stuff. But because it's TSA approved, they have a little key thing, I guess. They are able to open it if they need to search your luggage. But this is something that I recommend that you have as well. TSA approved locks, and these are little combination locks. You can actually set the combo on them. So this is an important thing to have.
This has been used and used and used and used. I'm going to show the back, the part that always gets scraped up. It
Mm,
absolutely looks like it was just delivered by Amazon.
mhm.
There's nothing. And I've used it so many times. I love the wheels going all different directions. And that could be really helpful just to, I don't know, peace of mind. That you could put on a TSA lock for flights, but even in your hotel room, when you're going to leave your car for hiking out to see the beautiful views, you just
Absolutely.
you know what? It's a little
I
more
definitely
of a
recommend it.
discouragement of being
Mhm.
ransacked. Someone's got a few minutes, they're going to ransack something. They're just not going to get into that.
Yeah, they'll just go on to the next thing because they're worried.
Yeah.
Another thing, Christine, that you've been using with your iPhone is, and because you're not a big Bluetooth headphones kind of a person, just one more thing to keep track of, but you do use your earbuds quite a bit.
Hmm.
And so having a device that allows you to plug in your earphones right into your iPhone has been really helpful. And so this is actually one of the adapters. I got this one in purple. I have other, I've got some other ones around here, wherever they
There
are.
we go.
I've got
I
some
had to
gray
find it.
ones. Yep.
Yep. Went for my
Recommend
walk
it.
along the
Mhm.
river that I get to see right there. And I might be using my binoculars more often, except I don't want to bother the people in the hotel next door. Um, have them
Yeah.
wondering. But yeah, look, I could go for a walk and just try out a completely different podcast. I followed someone from one podcast
Mhm.
to another, and they were a presenter there, and the other one they were an audience member. It was not podcast, it was Clubhouse. So it was
Mhm.
live. I was going to miss it. It was either go for a walk or, stay and listen to it because it had to be out loud. Not anymore. I could walk
Mhm.
and I could listen, and it didn't have to be out loud for everybody that was walking and
That's
biking
right.
by.
You don't need
Yay!
to
How
share all of that with them.
professional. How professional.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
So
all
I
I
can
need.
definitely recommend getting some sort of an adapter. And your computers today don't have as many ports as they used to. So you can plug this into your computer, have memory card readers, extra ports for HDMIs, for USB Cs, USB 3.0, 2. Whatever. They're all there. Little dongles.
It's
Gotta have
gonna
them.
it's gonna happen. You're gonna think, "Do I really need all that?" How
Right.
fast do apps change? How fast does software change? How fast do things get updated on your phone? Yeah, you're probably going
Mhm.
to need it, or somebody else is going to be so grateful that they can plug in for a moment. So, yeah,
Mhm.
you're probably going to need it.
We're gonna have so we've got Cheeto the cat, and
Yes.
we have a friend who's going to be doing some house sitting, some keeping an eye on Cheeto and the place. And Cheeto has a cat box. When he gets out of the cat box, he brings some crumbs with him. And
Yep. Cat
this
litter.
was one
Nobody
of the
wants it.
most this was one of the most clever things that you shared. And it's this broom. It's a little dustpan built in, and And there it is.
Hey, I did not clean it up for the show. I did not clean it up. It still has stuff. So I like that it has kind of a rubbery comb.
Mhm.
And so I put this down on the ground. I'm gonna have to wash my hands after this. I put this down on the
Vegetable.
ground with the big old stick there because you know what? I'm an empty nester, which means that my joints have put in some time with kids, etc., and volunteering and what have you. And so this just, I'll turn it a little bit better. This just takes it out, puts it in, and this part right here, it adjusts so it can flip down so that oops, much better, flip up, there we go, so it can flip up and then flip back into place. And of course it has a handy dandy hold everything together. And when you're giving the tour to the person who is taking care of your home and your cat, and they did say they would have some company, it's not a bad thing to, hint, hint, go ahead and clean up.
Keep things going, right?
Go ahead and
It's
clean up
just that
after yourself.
I think this is so clever because you can tip it up, keeps the stuff that you've swept in there until you can empty it out. But
Yeah.
that little rubber comb, because there's always things that get kind of stuck to the bristles.
Yeah.
And so now I'm putting this dirty thing. So
That's going to be on the floor too. So
Yeah.
you don't
It's
have
always
to,
hairs that get bound up.
you don't have
It
to put
gets
your
cleaned
hands on
out.
it.
I love that that little broom thing. And also, you're talking about your hard-sided luggage, and I don't know if we can see it, but back over here, it's way over in the corner. I'm just gonna put up on the screen. We've got a I like to travel with a computer backpack. So I've mentioned that I keep all my stuff in there. I keep things like the earbuds, binoculars, extra charging cables. I keep all those in my backpack, and this one is designed specifically for a laptop, or in this case, it's going to be my iPad Pro is going to go in here, and the Logitech keyboard. And so these will all fit within this backpack, including the clothes that I need, because I don't need much. So I can just grab and go.
Not as the warm weather continues. Yeah.
Yeah, I can just grab and go and know that I have what I need in my bag. And the next to the last thing that I want to talk about is the tripod, because I mentioned that I like to take the Bose Link, put it on the tripod, and put the sound where I want. We've got the Zoom recorder that we'll be using, and I'll put that on a tripod. And so having a solid tripod with a good head is really, really important for this type of equipment. So something like this Coleman video with a fluid hot head, aluminum, so it's strong and light. You want to have that. And in fact, we have a little tripod that my wife uses to hold her camera up. So
I'm using it right now.
tripods of all sizes are really helpful. I even have like these little travel tripods, which I use for all kinds of stuff. In fact, I can put my
He
phone on.
really loves
little flip.
tripods. I'm not surprised that he's ending the show. He's just, he's probably said tripod 7 times in the last 5 days. I'll need a tripod. Do you need a tripod for this? Well, that can be put on a tripod. And they're just handy, and they close up and they get small, and then they open and they extend, and whatever, if he needs a backdrop that has something fancy on it, wants to, it's like 2 tripods and we'll have this taken care of. He really is grateful for the technology of tripods.
And we're going to be spending a lot of time together in the car.
Travel, tripods, and Tic Tacs. There we go.
You love it.
I love
You love it because it's alliteration. Yeah, it's so wonderful.
And technology. Oh my gosh. And Tic Tacs.
I can put music on Spotify in the car with the Bose Link, and then I can.
I'll play the Tic Tacs. You play the
I'll drive.
ukulele. No,
Well, there
we're
you go.
stop.
Yeah.
Okay, we've gotten our drive-through food,
Mhm.
and we know that we just passed a beautiful park. So we go back to the park, and you sit on the bench just like you did when we were courting. I am not kidding, courting. And you will play your stringed instrument, and we'll eat our food there. Why sit in a hot car on the side of the road? And so we'll have the Bose going, and you'll play along with it because you'll probably have some music going there. And he does this, like he is in his world, and he is just playing along with some of the music. I'm shaking the tax. That'll be new. It's a good reminder to use some. But we're done eating because we have to get back into the car again, breathe on each other. Tic Tacs, tripods, travel.
Well,
Yeah.
imagine an ukulele.
Ukulele. Yes. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I won't be playing the ukulele.
But you could, because it is so easy. And we'll have
Are
to
we
do.
going
We
to
could
do a
do.
show someday where I use a device to learn how to play the ukulele? I like
We
singing
might do
along.
that.
Our last show a week ago, Monday, someone just randomly asked, "Do you sing?" And we were holding our mics because we were in the kitchen. And it's like, Scott immediately goes, no. I can sing, but I don't sing. And I like to.
Yes. So we'll have to do one, and we might play "Over the Rainbow," and you could sing that. I'll make you sing, and I'll play that.
Oh.
And I just want to thank Travel Diva 2. She has a public list. I encourage people here on Amazon Live. There are so many
Whoa.
great broadcasters out there. Travel Diva Live, Travel Diva 2. I believe she's got a store. She may be broadcasting live. If you do, follow her. I'll be following her because it's the right thing to do. We want to know. There's so many products out there. There's millions of things
There's
being
no way
sold.
there's no way we covered even 1% of what just Amazon has, that people are going to have a better travel experience this next time because they just had that one little device.
And if you're going to be doing travel, who should you follow? Travel Diva 2. I mean, come on, travel.
There we go. I remember when I used these, since we're both looking around, I used these because I'm not ashamed to say, in the nosebleed section at the stadium watching Seahawks and some other teams. And I could see the brass buttons on the band uniforms from the top of the stadium. It was great. You can actually find the few players whose names I knew without cheating and looking on their uniform. I could actually find their faces. So, yay for those. Hey, speaking of football, you started this whole show. Come back. Hello. Hey, husband. Tic-tac.
I get a tic-tac.
Okay, you start
Yes.
good. Okay, I got you back. You started this whole show saying
Mhm.
somebody is going to do
Mhm.
football announcing on
On Amazon.
Amazon.
Yep. Al
And
Michaels.
Amazon Live.
Al Michaels
Oh.
is one of my favorite broadcasters.
Kind of a
He's
known
been
guy.
calling sports since the 70s.
Yay.
And many people may remember me. He actually played himself in the movie called Miracle, which was about the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team, the men's hockey team, when they won gold. And it was a great story. Kurt Russell
Wow.
stars in that. I believe you can actually get that, stream it right here on Amazon. But he played himself. He was the game caller in that movie. I've been listening to him call football
Ah.
games for years. Sunday Night Football with Chris Collinsworth. He now signed an agreement. He will be Thursday Night Football here on Amazon, NFL football on Amazon. I think I'm happy.
My goodness. I think you're happy too. And it's not an accident that I am wearing black, white, and orange, because our team, where my husband graduated, has now won twice, once at home and once on the road. And that's Oregon State Beavers
2-0.
in
That's
football.
right.
Woo, 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 woo.
2-0,
Sorry if I
and
offended
it's a
your
big deal.
team.
Hey, and we just want to say hi to Dr. Alex. She has been watching as well, and
What?
she
She's
loves.
taking off a little bit of time
She's a car
from
sleeper,
her new job.
so she likes
to
that
watch
the
us.
neck pillow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've got
So let
that.
me roll back if I can find that in the carousel. Where is that?
Yeah. See?
The Cabo neck pillow.
Okay, it's got a place to put your whatever you need in there.
Your earbuds when you take them out. I don't know.
That's right.
How about your earbuds case? You've got them in.
Or, I don't know. Can your phone stand up there so that you can?
I don't think
listen
so.
to some- I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't put the
It's
phone
got
in
these little attacher guys in the back,
Mhm.
so you
You
can
can put those onto
in
the
place.
airline seat headrest.
Very
Keep it up
good.
so then you can just kind of
And these
go to
keep
sleep
my
without leaning on your neighbor.
cheeks from going like that. It just
Yeah.
it holds me in as much as I want to be. But
Yeah.
it wraps up into this itty bitty case.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
And like I say, I keep that in my luggage when I travel, because when I travel, it's going to happen is you're going to be in the car, you're going to get on the plane, and you're going to go,
Nice.
wow, I wish I had that neck pillow that I bought, that Cabo neck pillow, but I left it at home because I didn't put it in my carry-on, which I always do. So keep it there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's small enough, and you never know when you're 1 hour and
Mhm.
15-minute layover, it's going to turn into 7 hours. And yes, you're going to be tired on that last leg. So
Mhm.
you've got it. You're covered.
Absolutely. It's Christine, it is always fun to be here. We've been
Thank
we're a
you.
little bit over from the usual Empty Nest show, but we had so many things to talk about today.
Speaking
fun.
of carry-on luggage, the one that I kept showing, it's the right size. You can look that up online. You can look up the inches and the size. Don't do the expanding zipper thing if you want it to still be the right size. You're gonna have to do. I know what. Look at all the souvenirs that you wanted to buy and bring back, and then back at the hotel, check on Amazon and see if they can just deliver it to your home.
Yeah. One of the things, and I have done that. One of the things that I recommend, and here's a travel hack.
Yeah.
If you check your bag on the airline, they're probably going to charge you $20, $40, $50 to check your bag. So get your little IT roll along with you, load it up with the stuff that's safe to carry through the TSA check-in, and then when you get to the counter and you're ready to go, in many cases the flights are full, and the airline attendants at the gate are going to come onto the microphone and they're going to say, this flight is very full, and overhead bin places are going to be filling up. So we will check your bag through to your final destination for free. You just save yourself $40 right there. Go ahead and let them check it. I mean, if you want to struggle and carry it down the aisle and stick it in the bin and drag it around with you, great. But I don't. So I take my bag, I pack it, go through the TSA, go to the gate. I'm the first one there. Take my bag, check it in. I don't have to struggle with it. I just go to my seat. If I don't need the overhead bin space, that's the only reason to get on early on the plane. Just wait until they're saying, hey, Scott, we're going to close the doors. Just get over here, buddy. Then I get on. My seat's saved. My seat's saved. So my seat's there.
Hack.
Yeah. So
Hey,
I'm not
I
sitting on the
can't I
plane
cannot
waiting.
let you finish the show until I
Uh-oh.
say hot tub spa.
Oh,
It's
yes.
a hot
Okay.
tub spa. It's a spa hot tub, and when the vacation's over and you've stayed at all these places and enjoyed all these hot tubs, you come home to your
Mhm.
soft side, but not flimsy at all, legit bubbling inflatable with the inside unit. That's the
Mhm.
one that we have. The in the wall unit takes a
Mhm.
while to fill it up with water. Make sure that you use the right crystals to keep it crystal clear. Make sure you
Mhm.
clean the filters and change them when they get discolored, but you know that you're going home to your staycation. So this goes with the ukulele, dear. This is my swimwear for vacations
Yeah.
and staycation.
Absolutely. You gotta have good swimwear and that the hot tub, literally, it took me 10 minutes to set this thing up.
It was all
I
filled with air.
unboxed it, I plugged it in, put the hose in the air hose from the bubbler into the unit, turned it
Right.
on, it
Mhm.
was set up, capped it off, put the garden hose in it. Did take probably 6, 8 hours to fill it. And then once it was done, we turned the heater on. Overnight, that thing was ready to use 104 degrees.
Yes,
Plenty time
yes.
of plenty of bubbling time for my wife.
I cheated on the song that I would sing to myself. I'm hot tubbing, check it and see. Got the temperature 103. Yep. I sang to myself going in. It's the
Mm,
place where the world goes away and just creative thoughts and empty nesting is a creative time.
mhm,
And so we've created, my husband created this whole idea, but we're creating some ideas and some carousels filled with products. I told him, let's just do a show where I have no idea what's in the carousel. He, he's like, get in here. I want you to know what I'm going to be
you
talking.
need to know what's coming up, right?
I need
You
to know
gotta know
what
what's
what
coming
I'm
up.
going to be unboxing or unzipping or if I need my what do you call that? My tropical swimsuit to go with your
Mhm.
ukulele and of course my my SPF UPF? Anyway,
That's 50 plus right there. I see you got Cheeto the
that's
cat on the cat
that's
condo
because
behind you.
I'm
We've talked about the
excited.
cat condo on other shows when we go back to do more home things.
Oh, is he
In
back?
fact, this little chair right back here, we're gonna talk about that, sometime
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
that cat condo I put together,
Mhm.
and it had I mean, he's up there demonstrating that he loves it. Now he's playing with something noisy. So, he was trying to get up on the desk. He wanted to go, like, right in front.
Mhm.
So, he
Yeah.
decided, "I'll go back to my cat condo and have fun."
So we've got so many things in the carousel. We've got I love the Apache case, the to carry the equipment. We've got the Zoom Q8N 4K video camera. We've got binoculars, microphones, cables, Tic Tacs, tripods, everything that you need. Ukuleles, cameras. I tell you, people, this is a great time to travel. The fall weather is great. So the South, the Midwest, there's been some significant heat going on.
Mhm.
It's starting to break. Get out and see some of those fall colors.
Yeah.
Christine, that's your favorite time of year.
Oh, I love those colors. I have with children, I did before children when our nest was only just starting to get eggs, when the eggs were hatching, our nest,
Yeah.
then we have fledglings and they fly away and our last one flew away and we went for it. We
Mhm.
packed up, we downsized. I continuously downsized before. Why would we do a shopping show if we are downsizing. It's because the stuff that we had took up a lot of space. It was
Mhm.
large furniture. It was, it was large family all the
A
time
sectional.
oriented furniture, always,
Build the
always,
family
always.
room.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Our adult daughter who just turned 24, she totally surprised us. She stopped by today because she was
Mhm.
heading kind of in this direction to go to an
Close enough.
appointment. And so she stopped by and she goes, I hadn't seen that sofa, which we had in the carousel on a
Yeah.
different
So
week.
check one of the replays. In fact, probably the
Yeah,
most
yeah,
recent replay
please.
we've got, it's Ashley Furniture. And so
Yeah.
we've got Ashley dining room set. We've got the sofa,
Mhm.
ottoman. These are the things that I recommend. The bench that goes with the dining room set is actually holding our TV right now. So we have a little bit more shopping to do to finish
Yeah,
outfitting the apartment
that's
here.
okay.
The empty nest is looking good, but not filled.
No, not filled up. There's a lot of
Mhm.
empty space in a smaller
Yeah.
space because we've been very intentional about
Mhm.
what we will buy to be on a kitchen counter,
Mhm.
what we will purchase that will have multi uses that maybe
Yeah.
folds down to something really small. It's just we've always had some big furniture. Every lamp, everything was just
Oh
big.
my gosh.
And
Yeah.
now we're just going, we need light and then something that will hold it in place.
Yep.
And
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 so
there it is on Amazon.
we have things like digital cameras. So we can take pictures and we can store them on the cloud, not in all kinds of drawers and boxes full of old photographs. So we have these. And
Mhm.
so Amazon actually has picture storage. So you can store
Oh,
photos and videos, and it's a free part of the service. I don't know. It doesn't cost anything for me. I know it's probably part of the Prime, but I just like it because I know my pictures are being backed up and it's
mhm.
automatic from my phone. So those pictures that I take are automatically backed up, and then videos as well. They're
Yes.
easy to manage through your account. Um, but a nice digital like Nikon camera gives you the ability to take some photographs that are probably going to be better than those that I take with my phone.
Well,
Just a
and
little more creative.
when you're traveling, you're going to be taking a lot of we used to call it footage. Okay, you're gonna be taking a lot of digital, you're gonna be using up
Mhm.
some battery, etcetera.
Right.
And it's like, why can't I just do it all with my phone? Because you can't do that and take care of something else that's going on your phone, and
Mhm.
you have to recharge it. You're back to being tied to a
Right.
wire that's only a few feet long. So
Right.
you've got a camera and you've got a phone, and you can use them for what they do best when you're being intentional, when you know you're going to be in situations that are really going to be special.
Oh, absolutely. Keep your battery charged. I was just going to go back and highlight the Halo battery. If I can find it in our carousel here.
Yes.
But oops, there we go.
It has, the three-prong plug-in. It's
Yep.
got a light. The cat is walking on my desk. Can you see? Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
he is. He
Not
is now
on the
famous.
keyboard. There
Yeah.
we go.
Yes.
He's not going on the vacation with us. What can we say? He's staying here and he has company the whole time. So we're
Mhm. Yeah. So get yourself a few things like
not supposed to be on
a
the job.
battery. Get you some things like this little Nebo flashlight. And where is my Nebo flashlight in here? We had a lot of things to talk about today,
I
Christine.
know.
Okay, there's the battery. Finally, I got the battery highlighted so people can take a look at the Halo Bolt. This will recharge. This has got the 110. You can plug your computer into it. USBs, you can plug in your phone, tablet, other USB devices. It will jumpstart your car. I can
Not the back.
vouch for the fact that it will jumpstart your car You can charge your little Nebo flashlight. This is the 2000 lumens. There it is, 2000 lumens.
My sunglasses.
There's
Where's my
the
Ray-Bans? Oh,
so I got the Nebo highlighted in the carousel. We've got pepper spray, things to just keep with you. But Christine, I always give you the last word. I am going to rest my voice like Chris Collinsworth.
oh yes. Yes.
Put on my shades and let you take us out for this week for the Empty Nest Show. Always fun just to hang out with you. I'm looking forward to traveling with you. And you're looking forward to traveling with me. Why? Because I got my Tic Tacs.
Yes, I get to play the Tic Tacs while you play the ukulele.
All right.
There
Will you
we
take us
go.
out? Go ahead and take us out.
Oh, sure. So there may be a few things that you cannot get on Amazon, and this might be one of them. But I have just learned that there will be football on Amazon. I know that you can return things that just somehow don't work out quite as you thought they might. I know that you can get things for your empty nest, things for your vacation, not on the desk. And you can get cat condos, things that clean up after cats and their litter boxes. That was part of our talk today, litter boxes. Hey, I don't know that I can find my sunglasses. I put them up here. They went somewhere. Probably the cat knocked them down. I think the cat gets the last word today. And that is, it's an empty nest, but we didn't want it to be that empty. So yeah, we've got the cat and we've got that cat condo in the back, thanks to Amazon and our shopping, our diligent shopping for the biggest one that we could find, because the cat is now indoors instead of outdoors. And I'm just glad to do this show with my husband, even though I can't rattle off all the tech like he can really quickly. I know what it has done for us for family situations, or, like going to a family reunion, or for us to have a new hobby, something new to do together, when before it was mostly parenting together and having separate careers. And so I'm really grateful for this, and I'm really grateful for Amazon for allowing us to do this as empty nesters, as people who are, well, at least I am qualifying now for Social Security. And I talk about that and I have fun doing this. And I guess that's why I just keep calling myself the aging enthusiast.